Imagine stepping out for a fun night with friends, laughter filling the air, only to have that night turn into a nightmare that would haunt you forever. A walk to sober up ends in terror, a victim shattered, a community shaken, and the person responsible, a figure shrouded in controversy. This is the case of Lexi Secker, a crime that challenges not only the boundaries of trust, but also societal norms and the criminal justice system. How could a night of camaraderie spiral into an act so heinous? What led a person grappling with their identity to commit an unthinkable crime? Today on True Crime Files, we dive deep into the harrowing story of betrayal, courage, and justice served, but not without controversy. Buckle up, because this is not your average true crime story. This is a case that you'll still be thinking about long after the video ends. Lexi Secker's story begins in Blunsdon, a small town in Wiltshire, England. It was April 23rd, 2023, a night like any other. People were out enjoying the evening, including Secker and the victim, whose name has been understandably withheld for privacy. The two had met during a night out. Both were significantly affected by alcohol. Secker suggested a walk, ostensibly to sober up. Little did the victim know that this simple gesture of care would lead her into a secluded area in the woods, a place where her life would change forever. The details of what happened next are harrowing. The victim described how Secker violated her trust and her body, leaving her with scars, emotional and psychological, that no amount of time can erase. The assault has been described by Judge Jason Taylor, KC, as a calculated act of predation, one carried out while Secker was fully aware of the consequences of her actions. What adds another layer of complexity to this case is that, at the time of the attack, Secker identified as a man named Alex. But by the time the trial took place, Secker had transitioned to identifying as a woman named Lexi. This presented not only personal challenges for the victim, but also legal and societal challenges. Despite the arguments made by the defense, including claims of consensual interaction, the jury found Secker guilty of rape. She was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison and will remain on the sex offenders register indefinitely. However, the story doesn't end there. Secker is serving her sentence in a male prison due to her biological sex, a decision that has sparked widespread debate. While incarcerated, she has reportedly been subjected to multiple assaults, shedding light on the vulnerabilities of transgender individuals in the prison system. But what does justice truly mean in a case as layered as this? If you're finding this case as intriguing and thought-provoking as we do, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to True Crime Files for more gripping stories. Now let's dive deeper into the twists and turns of this controversial case. The trial of Lexi Secker was one of the most polarizing in recent memory. On one hand, it was a straightforward case of rape, a horrific crime that demands accountability. On the other hand, it raised questions about gender identity, societal norms, and how the justice system adapts to these evolving complexities. The victim's testimony was heart-wrenching. She described the unbearable shame and fear she experienced following the attack. Her statement highlighted the emotional devastation caused by sexual assault, a trauma that never truly leaves a person. Judge Taylor, in his sentencing remarks, made it clear that Secker's actions were deliberate. He stated, "You were able to exercise judgment, make rational choices, and understood the nature and consequences of your actions." This statement was pivotal in underlining that no external factors, including gender dysphoria or mental health challenges, diminished Secker's culpability. However, The legal system's handling of Secker's gender identity has sparked debate. At the time of the attack, Secker was living as a man and was recorded as such by police. Yet during the trial, she was referred to as Ms. Secker and identified as a woman. This duality has left many questioning the balance between respecting an individual's gender identity and ensuring that justice is served without bias or confusion. The decision to incarcerate Secker in a male prison has also drawn significant attention. While it aligns with the legal recognition of her biological sex, it has led to reports of abuse and assaults against her. This raises critical questions. Should transgender individuals be housed according to their gender identity or biological sex? And how can the prison system protect the safety and dignity of all inmates while maintaining fairness? The case also sheds light on the victim's resilience. She chose to attend the sentencing hearing in person, a courageous act that underscores her strength. Her bravery reminds us that behind every true crime story is a human being, a survivor, whose voice deserves to be heard. As we explore the layers of this case, we want to hear your thoughts. How do you think the justice system should handle cases involving gender identity? Should it focus solely on the crime, or should the broader societal implications also be considered? Let us know in the comments below. This case leaves us with more questions than answers, and we want to hear your thoughts. 1. Should the justice system prioritize biological sex or gender identity when assigning prison placements for transgender individuals? 2. How do we balance the rights of victims with the rights of offenders, especially in complex cases like this one? 3. Do you believe Secker's gender identity played a role in how the case was prosecuted and perceived by the public? Your insights are invaluable, and we encourage respectful dialogue in the comments. At True Crime Files, we believe that every story deserves multiple perspectives, and your voice can help shape the conversation. The case of Lexi Secker is more than just a true crime story. It's a reflection of the challenges our society faces in navigating justice, identity, and accountability. It's a story that forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about trust, power, and the far-reaching consequences of a single night. As we close this chapter, let's remember the courage of the victim who stood up for her right to justice and the importance of supporting survivors of sexual assault. If you or someone you know has experienced similar trauma, resources and help are available. If this story moved you or made you think, please like this video, share it with someone who would find it meaningful, and subscribe to True Crime Files for more in-depth explorations of the cases that shape our world. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for joining us today, and until next time, stay safe and stay curious.